About 5,200 dengue cases have been reported so far this year, a huge rise from 3,300 for the whole of last year. At least one expert says this could lead to a possible epidemic. Daphne Ang with more.
Just 7 weeks ago, there were just 27 active clusters and 194 new cases. But this quickly rose to 287 the week after, and then from 309 to 378. For the next 2 weeks, new cases happened at a slower rate, but this didn't last long, with 468 fresh cases reported last week. So far, official data shows dengue clusters have doubled from last month to 112. Some of those at high risk are in Woodlands, Chai Chee, Geylang and Thomson. At this point, the total number of cases for this year has crossed the 5,000 mark. The total number of cases for the whole of last year was about 3,200. In 2017, it was around 2,700. Experts say wetter than normal weather could have led to more breeding sites of the Aedes mosquito, which spreads the dengue virus. New virus strains could also be a factor.
The genetic differences between dengue 2 could allow one strain of dengue 2 to be fitter than other strains. So depending on how fit they are, they can spread through populations given the same level of mosquitoes and the same number of susceptible people, non-immune people.
One expert says that conditions are ripe for another epidemic, which usually occurs every 5 to 7 years. The last epidemic happened in 2013 with over 20,000 cases.
And in some ways, the fact that in Singapore our outbreaks tend to happen about 5 to 7 years apart actually goes to show that our mosquito control suppression efforts actually work. Because if not, these outbreaks should be occurring even more frequently, every 3-4 years, which is what happens in many dengue endemic countries.
Since the beginning of the year, since the NEA began to see this increased trend, they have put in place perhaps more intensive efforts on all fronts. All those measures will probably take a little bit of time in order to see an effect.
These efforts include releasing male mosquitoes with the Wolbachia bacteria in neighborhoods since 2016. It's to infect female mosquitoes, which then lay eggs that do not hatch. Meanwhile, NEA says on its website that it will continue fogging efforts and removing mosquito breeding sites. And Dr. Pang believes that these efforts could pay off with fewer new cases in the second half of the year.